Hi guys, welcome to another video on the JB
Hey!
and Millie channel, and today we are bringing you another K.K.Slider tier list. So as ever, we have the man himself over here, Mr. K.K.Slider, here to judge our opinions. Here we have the albums that we're going to be looking at today. So JB, do you want to tell us a little bit more about the albums?
Yeah, so these are the lazy mood categories. So in the past we have done the good mood categories and the grumpy mood categories. So please do check them out. There's going to be a playlist linked onto this video, and the end card will be our video of the grumpy tier list. So really exciting. There's some pretty good ones here as well. So I just can't wait.
Okay guys, and we are going to be sorting these into 4 different categories. So first we have the S tier, and that is the I love this song, I want it playing in my house, I want it all around my island, let's get the speakers set up, that kind of vibe. Category A is the I really like this, I might not have it playing on the island, but I'd definitely kind of stay on this one if I was scrolling through the playlist. Category B is kind of like the I don't really like this, I can maybe see why some people do, but this just isn't for me. And finally we have the C category, which is why have they even brought this over to New Horizons, why have we got this, we don't want this. So they're like the 4 categories that we're going to be working with, and as we said, these are the albums. So JB, what is the first album we have today?
So the first one we're going to be looking at is Aloha Kk.
Okay guys, so this is Aloha Kk. Now let's go and listen to what this one sounds like. Okay.
It's summery, you know. I can get into it. The thing is, it's not what I'd expect from Aloha Kk. I'd expect more of like the surfing KK vibe, or even like a Lilo and Stitch song, that kind of Aloha Oi. But I would definitely use this for a beach vibe, and I'm actually starting a new theme right now that I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using this on, but I'm not wild about it, you know. I'd definitely use it, that's how much I like it, but it's not one that I would like wish was on Spotify or anything. So I'm thinking either middle or pretty much anywhere in A tier I think I'd put this, but yeah, it's not one of my absolute favourites, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there I've dropped it in the middle of A tier. I think that was where it belonged for me personally. So are you happy with me leaving that there?
Yeah, I mean, anywhere in the A tier I'm happy with, because I do think I'm going to use it, but it's not one of my favourites.
Yeah, and I mean, we can definitely shuffle these round later. So, song number 2, what's this?
So this is K.K. Stroll.
Okay, K.K. Stroll. This is the cover. Now let's go and listen to the song. Okay.
I'm just taking it in. See, it's dead cute. I could imagine playing this out in like a cute villager's house, or even like a little playroom. Like, it's a bit repetitive, to be honest, but it's cute, you know. There's nothing about it that's making me want to just like take it out of the jukebox or the kind of gramophone and chuck it into the sea with Pascal. But it's not, I don't know, it's repetitive, but it's not inoffensive.
I mean,
Like,
where
it's not
would
offensive.
you put it?
Yeah, I think you've actually got it spot on, to be honest. I think the upper end of B, because it's pleasant enough. I like it. It's just not sticking out as one of KK's greatest hits, unfortunately.
Okay, number 3.
So this is Pondering, and I love the cover straight off. It reminds me of like the 7th Doctor, or even like a Mystery Inc. type thing.
Okay guys, let's go and listen to this song.
Right. Okay, so here's the thing. I think I can see why people will like this, but to me, I think it's actually the lower end of B tier, in that it's not one of my favourites. I don't think I'm ever going to have a use for it, and I also don't think it's overly uplifting. Like, I don't want it rid of at all, to be honest, because it isn't, you know, I don't get annoyed listening to it. It's just kind of almost like, if you're going to be playing this, you may as well be playing nothing, because that's just what it kind of radiates off. It's by no means irritating. Like, I wouldn't get annoyed listening to this if it was in my house, but at the end of the day, it just gives me a feeling of neutrality. So I guess bottom end of B for me.
I'm going it bottom end of B as well. I'd even consider moving that down into C tier, depending on what songs we get in the future. Speaking of which, we have song number 4.
So song number 4 is Soulful K.K, and that just looks really interesting. It looks good, so let's give that a listen now. Ah. Okay, you're gonna say that I'm being ridiculous, and this is probably not doing our relationship any favours, but I think for your new upcoming Valentine's Island and everything like that, it wouldn't be out of place for me in like a typical like wedding scene.
You're gonna laugh at me. You're not gonna believe this, but I'd actually had the same thought. Not the wedding scene, the restaurant that I've made.
Ah.
You know where I've kind of got the band at one end, just like the cello and all that sort of stuff. I was just thinking it would fit there perfectly. I mean, I can't say it's like a standout song. It's definitely not KK's finest. I don't think I prefer it to Aloha K.K, but I'd maybe put it there.
Yeah, that seems fair.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, you know what, I think I am. I think I'm quite at peace with that, because I think it's great. And it does seem a bit more romantic. Like, Cafe KK is great, but it's for something like if you're trying to replicate Brewster's coffee shop, if you're hanging out with friends. But this does seem like a date night type vibe, that you're going out to quite a nice restaurant somewhere. So, I don't know, I like it.
I do too.
Probably it's the time of the year, but I'm digging it.
Very romantic, JB. So, number 5, JB, what's this?
KK Jazz, and I love jazz, so I've got high hopes for this one.
Okay, let's go and listen to it then.
See, I don't hate this at all. It seems like a more casual equivalent of, like I've mentioned before, KK Cafe, that I could imagine it almost in like a bar setting, or kind of like, I don't know, there's just that type of like bistro restaurant feel. I think I would put it just maybe a bit higher, just a bit below Soulful KK, because it doesn't fit in with the time of the year, but I also think it's done a lot to add some atmosphere. Like, it's not a bland song, it's not a boring song. It's probably not my favourite, but it does do well in setting the scene, and I like it a lot.
So, are we okay with where I've put it there?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Because honestly, I feel like it's almost on a par with KK Wandering. Wandering, this one here.
Oh, I think that's KK
Strolling, sorry. Similar word, wrong one though. So yeah, KK Strolling, I feel like it's similar to that in terms of...
Yeah, I'd say so, but I think I dig the vibe of jazz more than Stroll, because Stroll's kind of like almost kidcore, which I'm not really too keen on in terms of thinking about designing myself. But I do think I could actually have a place for KK Jazz in like a future island theme, especially the new one that I'm working on now.
Okay, we'll leave that where it is then. The next song, JB.
It's K.K. Swing, and
he's looking suave on this. Look at him in that suit.
Very dapper. So let's give this a listen now. Ah. This is interesting.
I love it.
Because, see, again, I'm finding a lot of inspiration with my new island. Like, I'm not just saying my new island to like tease it. It's like a 1920s aesthetic, similar to The Great Gatsby. And I can see, I think if I didn't have that theme in mind, I'd probably want to put this a great deal lower, to be honest. I don't think it's particularly exciting, but I do think I'm definitely going to use this. So for that reason, I think anywhere in A, I'm happy with.
How about here? I was a bit hesitant.
To me, it's similar to jazz, but I think it's better than jazz. I don't think it's quite as good as Soulful K.K, but
I don't know. I can just visualize it better on the island. Like, I'm imagining a kind of darkish island, but that's got a lot of nice lighting.
Yeah, like
maybe
piano.
a foresty vibe, but that's kind of got a restaurant situated within it, kind of like an eating space in a cottagecore island. And you just want that music. I just really like it. I don't think I want to put it lower than that.
I think they're very good atmosphere building ones in A tier this episode, because I think they all do wonders in terms of maybe they're not the catchiest song, but you know what they're gonna be in. Like,
yeah.
Okay, so I like that a lot. I think we've definitely got some good choices here.
Okay, we're moving on before he makes me change it. What's this one, JB?
This is Mr. K.K.
Okay, guys, let's go and listen to this one. Okay. This one I feel has been used quite a lot in a lot of islands that we've been to. I just don't personally see it for me.
Again, it's giving me like a kid core vibe, or even this actually would have been great around Christmas time, because it gives me that kind of Santa's Workshop like vibe as well. Again, I think it's just a bit too not like what I would go for. I think it does well with making a kind of a picture of things, and I actually don't find it annoying, to be honest. I think I'd definitely put jazz above it, but I don't know, maybe coming off Christmas I like it a bit more, because I do feel like it was used for them, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh gosh, this is going to be the sticking point, is I genuinely would put KK Jazz in B tier, but JB plays the saxophone, so he's kind of like more there with it than I am, I guess.
Maybe. So we'll just leave it like that.
Okay, this is going to be a dispute. We'll come back to this.
I don't know, maybe you've not got it correct.
What's this one? Is he like wearing a suit again there?
It's K.K. Synth.
Wow.
This is kind of like Age of Ultron-y. Reminded me of the WandaVision.
Ooh. Okay, guys, let's go and listen to K.K. Synth.
Okay, here's my prediction. I think you don't like it, but I actually really like it.
Oh, not again.
It's creepy. It's a bit subdued, if you can call it that. It's awkward, I'll give it that, but I like it a lot. It's eerie, it's technical. I don't think I'd use it, so I'm not gonna like fight for it too much. And I actually think you've put it in the right place, to be honest.
I like it better than this, because it's, to me that was just a few little dun 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 kind of noises. This is more consistent, so it's definitely above this by a little bit. I don't think it's as good as this one, so I'm feeling somewhere around mid B tier.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
I think that's quite accurate, to be honest.
Ooh, already just seeing this one, I recognise it, and I'm pretty sure I like it.
So yeah, this is K.K. Fusion, and it does have a very, very cool album. Definitely iconic. It gives you like a kind of band feel. So let's see if it's any good, and let's give it a listen.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't love it. I'm not in love with it, but I like it. It reminds me of almost booting up a kind of arcade game where it's almost like a Scott Pilgrim style beat 'em up. I don't think it's quite as good as Yamanaguchi's score in that game, but I think it's not too far off. Like, it definitely gives me a retro arcade vibe. I don't think I'd put it in S tier, to be honest, because I don't think it stands up as one of KK's greats at all. But I do think in some vibe, like, I could use it. I could definitely see myself using it, but I don't know. I don't see myself loving it. Like, I don't think I'd ever research it on YouTube or Google it to see if you can download it. But I like it an awful lot, to be honest.
See, as you can see, guys, as JB was speaking there, I was dragging it to the end of S, top of A tier. For me, it's really good. I think there's a lot of arcade items in the game. I know I did an arcade design challenge with Design Core. And I'm pretty sure I used this song then. I just feel like it's perfect for that kind of vibe in a way that none of the other songs would fit as well. So for me, I really would be quite tempted with this end of S tier out of respect for JB, because this is a joint venture. Maybe the top of A.
Yeah, but obviously all this with the proviso that, you know, things can be rejigged, things can be changed depending on what we're presented with. Because it would be a shame to not have any in S tier, to be honest, and maybe it can go there, because I do like it. But I think for now, I'm happy with the placement.
Okay, so the next song.
So the next song we have coming up is K.K. Bossa or Bossa. And yeah, another cool, interesting looking cover, so let's listen to it now.
Okay.
See, I like it, it's a pleasant song. The issue that I have with it is I can't imagine where it would be used. Like, it's nice, but I don't know where it will be used, that's the thing. I can kind of see it in a restaurant as well, but I don't know, I like it though. I don't know if it's as good as Aloha Kk.
I either want to do this or this.
What?
Like there or there. I really like it. I feel like I could use it in like a beach bar or just like a relaxed outdoor area. At the minute I've got this kind of snooker table, football table area. I could play that there, I think. I really like it. I like the vibe of it a lot. So yeah, for me it's going to be top of A or end of S, same as Fusion. So JB, where do you...
The thing is, I like Fusion more.
So are we thinking temporarily here?
Yeah.
And again, these two could move up. This one could move down, I think. This is all up for a bit of adjustment, obviously, guys. So kind of to keep that in mind, we are going to move on to the next song. But remember, let us know in the comments where you'd put some of these songs, because it could be you would disagree entirely with our opinions. So we'd love to know what you think.
Yeah, this is definitely, for me personally so far, the most difficult tier list we've done.
Yeah.
Because some of them are great, they're just not for me. Some of them are not so good, but I can definitely see why there's an appeal to it. So.
I feel like it's had... I feel like some of these are the less standout songs. Like, we've had the big bubblegum KK and all that kind of thing. So I guess to that end, they are maybe some lower tier songs. I don't know. I really enjoyed these two especially, so we'll see. Why don't you let us know what this one is, JB?
So this is KK Moody again. In terms of like categories, I don't know why it isn't in the grumpy category, but yeah, KK Moody.
So let's listen.
Oh wow! Oh, see, I'm sure this is what Chops used to play on in his house.
Yeah.
And so I like it. See, here's the thing. I don't think I'm gonna use it, even from a 1920s theme. But I don't hate it, you know. Usually these songs drive me up the wall, but I like it, you know. I really do.
I'm having a bit of a shuffle around here. What do you think to this? We're moving these two up and kind of putting this mid-A tier. I think this is very much kind of, again, what you'd associate with just a romantic evening. Maybe in like a restaurant area of your island, there might be some shooting stars in the background. Are you happy with that?
I don't know. I don't know what it is with me today with the S tier thing. I don't see those two as S tier. I don't know, and I feel like S tier should have like some really great standouts in which K.K.Slider does have. But I'm not unhappy with it. I'm not unhappy with it, to be fair.
Again, we can always adjust this, okay? So the next song is...
It's K.K. Aria.
Okay guys, let's listen to this one. Opinions?
I don't know if I love it or hate it. I hate this sound that's playing now, but I kind of like the general beat. And honestly, as much as I don't think I'm gonna like admitting this, I do think I've got a strong use for this. But I'm not blown away at all.
I feel like I can tell what vibe they were going for, but it just fell a little bit short.
I don't know, just from the look of the cover, you're expecting, I guess, like a Swan Lake-esque ballet type of thing,
And this bit here, like, I can visualise, you know, my niece is a ballerina, I can visualise one of her dance routines to that bit, but then when this bit kicks in, I just don't get the vibe the same.
Yeah, so a bit of a misfire.
Maybe then?
Yeah.
Okay, JB, what's the next one?
So, oh gosh, I've got lost. So the next one is K.K. Love Song, which is perfect for this time of year. So this is a bit of a topical special, and shout out to that cover, because I think that is one of my favourite K.K.Slider covers. So even if the song's a bit in the doghouse, this is a great cover.
So let's go and listen to it.
See, I kind of dislike the opening quite a lot because it's just silent, and I don't think it quite hits the mark with the kind of love story vibe, but it reminds me of, like, you know, like those videos you got on YouTube that's like songs in real life but done in the voice of K.K.Slider. It sounds a bit like that one that you're always singing, you know, and it's reminding me of that one by Elvis, you know, I can't help, but like, yeah, but K.K.Slider voiced, and not that it's a fabulous, I guess, translation of that, but I do know what they're going for. And I don't think it's overly bad. I just think it's a bit repetitive, but
for me,
I never use it. But I like it enough to not put it in C. I know that it isn't in C, to be like, in my opinion.
For me, the question is, does it go here or does it go here?
I think it's better than Synth.
So here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can back that decision.
Although I can see that being a bit controversial, but
yeah, me too. I can feel like it's one of those love or hate songs. I think it's definitely better than this one. It's not better than this one, sorry. This one's definitely better than this one. I feel like it's around the same level as Synth, so it was definitely, these two have to be around the same area. Yeah, okay, JB, what's this one?
K.K. Reggae.
Ooh, let's go and listen to K.K. Reggae. Firstly, they've hit what they were going for with this, I think.
Yeah, I'm just imagining chilling to this. No use for it in my new island, but I actually would so use this for like a kind of old retro style. See, I wouldn't object to putting this on the lower end of S, but I think it's better than those other ones.
Okay.
I like K.K. Reggae a lot, you know.
So are we thinking like that, maybe?
Yeah,
okay,
good.
I'll back that. So, oh my goodness, I'm looking forward to taking a close look at the cover with this one, because I feel like I recognise a few islanders here. What's the name of the song, JB?
Ooh, this is a bit of a passionate one. This is "I Love You,"
oh,
which is a nice little Valentine's title there. So
let's go and take a closer look at this album. Okay, so even before the song comes on, I would just like to say this album is in fact really cute. It looks like Hamlet there has drawn a few islanders, and I think it's really sweet. I feel like there's Brie Maple. And the song?
And obviously K.K, but
yeah.
I kind of feel like the song's completely mismatched with the title though. Because it isn't romantic, it's just like mini city vibes. Like if you're making a little town, a little cottagecore village, it would be great. But I don't get the title at all. I don't get the cover at all.
I like all three independently.
Yeah.
I think the cover is so cute. It's my favourite. I Love You could be a beautiful thing for Valentine's Day. Maybe a kind of wedding vibe or something. And I like the song, kind of. I just don't feel like any of the three match. I'd almost call this KK strolling as opposed to this one.
I mean, I don't think it's enough to completely penalise it, so I guess let's just judge it on the song, which I don't even think is particularly fantastic. I actually prefer KK Love Song.
Okay, how about that?
Yeah, I can definitely see it being better than Synth as well.
Yeah. So this, yeah, I'm happy with this.
See,
this is cute.
I'm a bit baffled. This is again such a tricky one. I don't know what to do.
Now this one, I'm just gonna leave it here and let you listen to it, and then you can tell me what you think, because I literally just set this as a song on my island today. I know how much I love this song, so I'm just gonna leave this to your discretion, JV. So let's go and listen to this song.
It's KK Island, so let's do this. See, if we had Facecam on now, all you could see is just like bobbing our heads to this.
Yeah, we are dancing.
Yeah, I think Esther. I think it's a bit too overrated, to be honest. I don't think it's one of KK's best in like that. I don't think it's in his top 5, but I do think it deserves its Esther wholeheartedly.
Are you happy with that there?
Yeah.
Me too. That's my favourite one that we've got in this category. So, while JV and I continue the little dance that we're doing to this song, do you want to tell us about this one, JV?
Yeah, it's K.K. Faire.
Okay, guys. Let's go and take a look.
See,
The last two we've danced to now.
Yeah, I hate the heck out of like the vocals, you know, that kind of groaning like I don't like that a lot, but the energy in this song is like just undeniable, and I definitely use it for like almost like a desert bazaar or a party. It's definitely not bland. I'd say I actually think it's somewhere within A tier, because I actually do see myself using this.
So I'm wanting to just have a little bit of a shuffle
Its
right now.
only issue is that it is very, very repetitive.
So I'm going to have a little shuffle, and then I'm going to ask JB what he thinks to what I've just done. How do you feel about that? Because you said earlier you didn't think these two were S tier, okay? And I feel like after I've listened to more songs, these three are definitely in a different league to these two. I really like this one, and I feel like for all like you're saying the vocals might not be that good, I feel like the key thing about Animal Crossing is how happy it makes people, and you have to admit the second this came on we were dancing.
That's true.
The same with this one. And so I feel like for all we might not like part of it, it's powerful enough to get that reaction, so it's definitely above any of these because we didn't dance to these.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna stick with that. Okay, good.
I understand the logic.
I'm glad you do. So tell me about this one, JB.
So this is Marine Song 2001, starring a NPC that everyone wants to see return. I think it's Kappen, one of the relatives of Tortimer. So yeah, let's just see how it works out.
Indeed, let's go and listen.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I think I'm staying out of this one because I'm biased. Because back when I had only unlocked a handful of songs, say 10 or 12, around that region, just into like the double digits, I thought this was the perfect song for the toilet in my Animal Crossing house.
Aww.
And I just haven't changed it, so this is the one that's just been playing in that little room for the longest time. And so, I don't know, I've definitely got a bias towards it, so for this one I'm definitely staying out of it, because I don't want to upset people with biased views.
I mean, I'm again having a little shuffle around here, as you can see. I think we've listened to enough songs to now say that these two may fall into a lower category. I think for me, Marine's song, I feel like if you've played a lot of the other games, given it says 2001, it might have a little bit of nostalgia to it for you guys, but given this is our first game, I feel like it's kind of lacking in that, so it's just existing in its own right. And for me, it's kind of around the top end of 80. I quite like it. I like the vibe. I'd kind of almost want it playing on the pier as you're looking out for a boat to arrive or something. I can see a purpose. I can enjoy the song. Like I said, bit of a reshuffle now, and I'm thinking this goes here.
I mean, I disagree with K.K. Aria being in Cedar, because by no means would I want that to be erased. I think an issue that we've got, I think, is like an issue of, convention, and that obviously I think it's no mistake or no like question that it doesn't look as appealing when things are on different sections of the walls, when things are like kind of bending round to the other wall. And so I think it is very, very tempting to fit stuff around. Okay, so how do we do this? Well, it's all fitting on one side of the wall.
Now, I feel like we've done it before where we go onto this wall here. But I just feel that, I feel like we did have an issue with this song. And this one, I feel like, it got a little annoying. There was parts that we didn't like. I can leave that in B, though. I'm not going to argue with that. But ultimately, I do think there is enough distinction between the categories. And like I said, if I think that I'm quite strong about some of them being in a certain category, I would go over onto this wall. But I feel like I just don't have a strong enough feeling for some of these songs to want to argue that it needs to stay in that category.
Yeah, I'm very happy with this. And again, I think this is the most already that we've reshuffled. This is such a difficult list, to be honest.
It is. Like, oh my goodness. There's a lot that we just kind of about, but, there's a few standouts. So, let's see if this is one of those standouts. What song do we have here, JB?
This is Wandering.
Okay, so let's go and listen to Wandering.
Oh, I like this. Like, it's not catchy or particularly uplifting, but I like the little tone it sets. Like, I could imagine it playing in a little village or a little forest area. Or an adventure zone, like a kind of like... I don't know, I like it, to be fair. I don't think it's S tier, that's one thing I'm sure about, but I like it.
For me, here.
Why?
Wait. Here. I definitely like it more than this, but I feel quite strongly about every song from here upwards. Like, I have a use for it, I really like it. This one, I'm kind of at the acceptance level with, I guess. So I feel like it needs to be below this, but above that, so... We have gone over onto the second wall, literally as soon as JP said we went, we did it. So, yeah, I feel like here, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree. The one thing I don't like is the cover, because I just think it looks a bit too, like, modernized, like KK got like a modern manager that wanted to cater to a more simple aesthetic. But besides that, I think, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it's good. So guys, 2 left, and... this is going to be the next. So, JB, what's this?
So this is called My Place. So maybe it'll be a bit emotional for K.K.Slider.
Maybe. So let's give it a listen and see where their place is going to be on this wall. like it.
It's reminding me of like Game Boy games, almost like a Tetris or Dr. Mario or something. I would use it for an arcade or something. I don't think I've got a use for it at the moment, but I could see myself using it at some stage.
So I'm thinking A tier. Definitely prefer it to the one that we've just listened to. Kind of preferring it to this. I'm thinking here.
Yeah. Let's
Mid-A-tier.
go for it.
So yeah, oh gosh, this A tier is like stacking up now. And we have one more song, so let's see which category this is going to go in. What is it, JB?
It's Forest Life, and it reminds me a bit of Stardew Valley in the cover.
Ooh. Controversial for an Animal Crossing game, JB.
Oh!
Okay, guys, let's go and give this last song a listen. I feel like it's quieter than the other songs.
I think there's a good song in here. If they have what's in the background into the foreground, and if they put what's in the foreground in the background, I actually think we'd have a pretty decent little tune here. But as it is, it's just, I don't know. Maybe for a rainy day, you might get a bit of peace from it. Like, I don't know.
Do you know what I'm feeling? In a way, it's linked very well with its name and the image, because I'm getting the vibe of when you first start out on your island, everything's quite simplistic, and the song in itself is quite simplistic. Like, if you click onto any one of these songs here, like, these are a lot more kind of forefront, they're louder, they've got more complexity to them. But this one, it just does have that kind of natural, simplistic vibe that I think fits in very well with the initial island of a deserted island. You've just got some trees, loads of weeds everywhere. I feel like there is a good vibe to it. I just think that maybe just a little bit more could have been done to fit it in with the category.
Yeah, I completely agree, to be honest. I don't even think I'd want to put it too much in A tier. If it's A tier, then it's either towards the back of it or something. I'm not too hot on it, to be honest. I don't want to get rid of it, but I'm not mad about it. Yeah.
I would put it about here.
I think maybe I'd put it K.K. Swing above. Just maybe flip those round. And I think we've got a pretty good look of the K.K.Slider albums.
So guys, if we move all these along, this is it, I think. I feel like we've done lots of moving around throughout, so I don't really want to rejig anything. I'm quite happy with what we've decided here. So if we just enter the camera mode, we can show you maybe a little bit closer what it is we've decided upon. So if we take a little zoom in here, at the top we have K.K. Island, K.K. Reggae, K.K. Faire. They were three absolute standout songs, I think it's fair to say. Right at the bottom there, we only put one down in C tier, and that is K.K. Pondering. And that was just, I don't know, kind of strange. It was just a few odd noises and nothing of too much substance. There's a few kind of at the lower end here as well. So K.K. Synth was at the lower end. K.K. Aria's at the lower end there too. This one was a bit confusing. Like, there was a lot of good concepts, I just didn't think they linked too well together. So yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at, with a lot in the middle of kind of A tier there. So lots of okay, not too much standing out at either end of the spectrum though. So
Yeah.
I'm happy, I enjoyed that.
I mean, this has been not grueling, but this has been difficult because there's so many ones again that are great. They're just not for me. There's so many that aren't that great that I think I could definitely see why people like them. Definitely this has been the hardest one, but I do think we've kind of got our definitive list at least. Now, it isn't factual, this is just our opinion, so you guys probably do have a different opinion, so if you do want to comment your personal list down below, that would be amazing. And also keep an eye out, subscribe to the channel for the next list, because there are some absolute fan favourites. It's the A Little Sad category, and there's songs in there such as Stale Cupcakes, K.K. Waltz, K.K. Milonga, K.K. Western, 2 days ago. Oh, there's just so many amazing things in the next tier list as well. I think that that's going to be incredible. And here we are with K.K.Slider themselves.
I feel like he's enjoying his own music a bit too much there. Look at this head bopping that he's got going on.
Yeah, he's getting a bit self-indulgent now sitting here. And I feel like I've let the little dog down this episode though, because I feel that all of KK's songs at the end of the day, I think, could be argued to be in S tier, because they're just an amazing artist. Genuinely, I mean that. I've even got a little K.K.Slider shrine. I would happily put every single one of these songs in S tier, but that isn't always the video that we make, because, you know, it's undeniable that some are definitely a lot better than others. So, Millie, oh, did you enjoy that?
I did. Like you said, it was the hardest one, I think. Like, there was a lot just kind of samey. There wasn't too many that you felt that strongly about. I'd say some of the best ones were towards the end. Like, after the halfway point was when we got the top 3 here in S tier, so I feel like things certainly progressed.
It's also the biggest category. Like, the first category had 19 songs, the next had 18, and this had 21. In future, it goes to 17 songs, 15 songs, and then 2 songs and 3 songs. So this is the biggest category.
Wow, so guys, if you enjoyed this and would like to see some more Animal Crossing content, and in fact all things Nintendo, including lots of Mario, Pokemon and so much more, then please like, comment and subscribe.
JB and Millie.